I almost killed my brother when he was a baby, by accident. But this video is not about him, it's about me. So, getting straight into it, I got nailed when I was in primary school. And by that, I mean a nail went straight through the palm of my hand. Now, how did that happen, you might be wondering? Well, let me just say, this is probably around the top 10 of my most painful experiences in my life. We're not going to go through mental things because that's a whole nother list. But physical pains, top 10. We're not going to do placements. The nail through my hand in primary. So I used to do racing with my friends. I used to be a lot more active back then. Now I'm lazy and fat and sit back around. I'm not actually fat. I just say I am. I just sit in this chair all day long, really. Getting off topic. I used to race a lot with my friends back in primary. Pretty fast. Still am. I like to think. Probably not. Um, but I went back and forth between, let's say this is a box. Let's say there's a building here where there was a classroom back in primary, and then there was a little like playground, play place here, right? So there's a building which is just a green wall, but it's like the wall of a classroom. And this is the other end of the playground, let's say. Let's just call this the fence. There's the fence and then there's the wall. We would race back and forth between here. And one of these times we were racing, and obviously when you're running fast, when we got to the wall end of this playground, we would, put our hands out to slow ourselves and just kind of hit the wall with momentum, but we didn't want to face palm into the wall, obviously, so we would put our hands out and stop ourselves on the wall. And one time we were all running, just running through, but because it was a classroom, you know, I don't. This is probably a safety precaution. I don't know what they did about it after that, but because it's a classroom, obviously they want to stick things. Usually they would probably use blue tack to stick things to the wall. You know how classrooms are; they have loads of things stuck up everywhere. Excuse me. Um, but there was a nail poking right through the wall, probably holding up something. But you can imagine there was just the green wall there. There was a nail just poking through, maybe about this big. I don't remember. This big. Uh, I went to go stop myself one of the times at the end of the race, but I hit the wall with a force like this, and nail just went into my hand, just into my hand, right in the middle of the hand, and there was just a hole. It didn't go all the way through, but I remember it was just red. There was no, it didn't bleed or anything. There was just a hole in my hand, and it was just like red. So it was just like meat, because meat, it's flesh. Your hand is made out of flesh, so it was just there, and it was literally just a hole. And there was like little, when you like, ooh, maybe you don't want to hear this description. You know when you like scratch your skin off and there's like little white flaky bits. It was like coming out. Okay, I'm gonna stop there actually. But yeah, there was just a hole in my hand. That was pretty painful. And then I remember the memory after that was just I went to art class, and I think they quite literally they just put an ice pack on it. They joke about that. People joke about that, but that's actually all they did. They just put ice pack on the hole on my hand, and I don't really remember what happened after that because I just remember I was crying in the back of class, and everyone else was just singing the Planet song. If you know, you know. Um, you might be wondering why I'm doing this, while I'm telling you this. I need to upload more, so now I'm just gonna post random stuff on my second channel whenever I feel like talking, which is hopefully every day because I have a big mind, and I need to get it out there. Second experience. I'm not going to cut any of this video either. You're just going to hear me ramble on and on. We're going to test my rambling ability because I think I'm pretty good at it. Do you think I'm good at it? I don't know. Second most painful experience. This one's kind of like a half truth. No, it's not. We're moving on to another one. This one is again in primary school, but this one was in a different primary school because I went to two primaries. Not going to name either of them though because that'll be doxing myself. So it was PE. We were playing rounders. If you don't know what rounders is, it's kind of like baseball or cricket. But I don't know much about baseball or cricket, so maybe it's not like them. But you hit a ball, and as the name suggests, you hit it because they throw the ball at you, and then you have to run around. That's why it's called rounders. Um, but yeah, you basically hit the ball as far as you can, and someone has to try catch it and throw it back to the person in the middle before uh, you get to the stumps around the edge. I explained that well. Um, but long story short, I was batting one time. I was up for batting, and primary school me, I hit it pretty well. Went around everyone else on the other team, chased after it. I was running around. Now, plimsolls, not a good form of physical education shoes. I don't even know why they have those as an option in primary. They're just not good. I don't think they're even safe. They don't have like any grip on them. You should have just wore trainers. But I had plimsolls when I was in primary, and as I said, they have no grip. So whilst running, and I remember I'm pretty fast. I was running pretty fast along because you have to go in like a circle to get back to get a home run. And so I was running as fast as I could, but my plimsolls failed me. I fell left, and I kind of skidded off this way because I fell. I was running around on the right side, and then I slipped. I went this way. I went left. I fell on my left, and I was running fast again, pretty fast. I'm pretty fast, and I was running, and I just kind of skidded, and my knee just, like the whole skin off the knee just gone. It was just a whole patch of red blood. And no one even checked on me, by the way. I was there by myself, lying on the floor. I just fell. No one checked on me, not even the teacher. They just they continued the game, actually. I remember this, because I was pretty far away from everyone else, but like not far away that they didn't see. Like say I was here, they were maybe like 5 meters away. I, I don't know if that's accurate or not. It was a long time ago. I'm older now. I'm older now. Yeah, it was noticeable. It was definitely noticeable, but no one checked on me. I was just like lying on the floor because I remember I was in a lot of pain as well, and I just kind of looked back this way, and everyone else was just continuing the game after that. So I just kind of had to get up and deal with it. And the teacher only found out when I was changing. Because like everyone in primary, they change in like the rooms because we didn't have locker rooms or changing rooms. We just changed in the classrooms. But yeah, and then he only sent me down to the office then, and this was the last period of the day, so this was just before I went home. But had to deal with that, I guess. Moving on again, I'm gonna go to 3. I said I would do a top 10, but I'm not gonna name all 10 because that would mean I would be here all day, and I have things to do, believe it or not. Well, not really, but making more use of my time, I guess. Number 3. A lot of painful things have happened. Oh, I know what to do for number 3. So, this one happened not in primary school. Well, it happened whilst I was in that age group, but it didn't actually happen in primary school this time. This time it happened in the comfort of my own home. Right in this room where I'm sitting, actually. But more that way, which you can't see because it's behind this black curtain. I was running and chasing around my younger brother around the house. We were just playing. I was just chasing around the house as older siblings do. Don't remember the exact ages we were. I think I was maybe in year 6, year 5. He was younger. We were just running around. And I'm pretty sure he was in year 1. A lot younger than me. But I was running into this room right now. He ran in first. Basically, we were in the hallway. He ran straight ahead of me, and I ran after him. He entered the living room, went behind the door, and whilst I was running into the living room after him, like I was just about to enter, pushed the door as hard as a year 1 could. And to my skinny year 6 self, who was conveniently the same height, this exact same height, eye height, as the door handle, it launched full force into my eye. So I was running. It didn't help because I was carrying my momentum around as well. Because remember, I'm pretty fast, and I walked. I was running into the living room. He pushed the door full force and whack straight into my right eye. Luckily, I managed to close my eye in time. So yeah, because if I didn't close my eye in time and have my eyelid shielding it there, then I could have lost my eye that day. I believe that. The doctors never told us that because I never went to the doctors after that. I didn't really go to the doctors for a lot actually. Anyway, my eye after that was swollen for a good 2 months, just because it got like lacerated. I don't know how. It was just well, I mean, it's a metal door handle straight into my eyelid. It looked like a black eye, it looked like a black eye but worse. I think it was worse because it didn't just get swollen. It was like cut as well. It was cut quite a lot. It was very red, very bloody. I remember I let out a scream of agony as soon as it happened. My dad came rushing to me, and I don't really remember what happened after that. I remember like maybe a week after that injury though, I went to a trampoline park with my friends and I took a picture. And I don't know where that picture went. I think it's lost media. But I remember that's like the only picture I ever took with my eye being like that. And I'm kind of annoyed that it got lost. I don't know what happened to that picture. I remember it pretty well, but I have no idea what happened to it. I think it got taken on my mum's old phone. That's probably why I got lost, because she didn't have that old phone anymore. It was a BlackBerry. That's how old it was. But yeah, that wasn't fun. But I'm glad I still have my eyes, even though they're not fully there. That's why I'm wearing glasses, but I don't mind the glasses. My friend Kai keeps telling me to get contacts like him, but he's not going to persuade me with his propaganda. I don't have anything against contacts either, though. But, yeah. Those were some of the most painful moments of my life. Thank you. Go watch my main channel. I actually do stuff there, not just ramble on. Goodbye.